My real name is Marcavius. Yeah. Bro, well, Kat was my nickname growing up. So folks used to be like just growing up. So once my high school coach, he knew me growing up, and he seen me, and one day he was in the hallway. He was like, you play football? I'm like, nah, I don't play football. I was a basketball player. I was a basketball player, ran a little track,
I'll take those two.
Yeah, so I was like,
Speed.
because I had got a concussion my freshman year, so I was like, nah, I'm not playing football no more, and I ain't like the way I felt. So he came to me one day. He was like, what's your name? I was like, Marcavius. He was like, huh? I was like, yeah, Marcavius. He said, you play football? I was like, no, sir. He was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, just try it out for me. I was like, all right, I tried it out. Went out there to like the practice or spring practice, whatever it was. I go out there. I'm a junior at the time. I'm not the biggest person on the team. I go out there. I'm like, I ain't know what the hell was going on. And just out of the blue, he like, Big Cat, bring your ass here. I'm looking around. I'm like, I know he ain't talking to me. I told him I'm not the biggest. I was like, we got somebody else bigger than me on the team. I was like, I know he ain't talking to me. I look around. I'm talking about your ass. I was like, oh, you talking about me? I'm Big Cat. He's like, no shit. I'm like, I was like, well, you didn't even tell me. You just in middle practice.
So I mean, that's the way that nicknames happen, right? They can't be like, oh, we're gonna sit down and write out like 5 nicknames and what's good. No, it's like, hey, Big Cat.
He literally called me like out of the blue. Like I was like, he seen him all day that day. Crazy part that I seen him that day. He never said me. He didn't say address me. Like never said my name. Then in practice, it's just Big Cat. I'm like, huh? And
after that,
cause my first. Start getting recruited that year. Yeah, that year. Cause a couple weeks after that, my first game. That season, I had made some plays. Whatever. He gave me a plan. I did it. My first game ever was Clemson. I went to Clemson. I think Clemson, Florida State. So it was rocking. So when I went there, they were asking me what my name was. He was like, yeah, his name's Big Cat. I ain't know, man. I'm from Cordell, Georgia. I didn't know what was going on. I ain't never been to college before. Never been to a game. So I'm like, first Clemson, Florida State. Yeah, it was rocking.
Like
it was rocking.
How did you not commit that day?
I was. I said, I think I'm commit, coach. He was like, come on, hold on, wait a minute. You've been everywhere. Then I went to Florida. Florida was playing Florida State. Oh my goodness! And it was at night.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was the loudest game ever. We was on the ground and we were literally sitting beside each other and could not hear. And I played there when I was at Auburn. Just for the third, I've been there 3 times where it was really loud. And bro, when we played them in 2019, it was our first time playing Florida in like 20, 30 years. And that's when they had Kyle Trask and Pitts. So that game was, exactly. That game was so loud. P. Ryan had broke out for maybe 60. Bro, that crowd erupted. Oh my goodness. It's a video on Twitter. We can look it up, bro. That crowd erupted. It was like a ground view, and he broke a tackle because we thought we went on our linebacker missed a tackle. He bounced off of it, and bro, he broke it for 60. That crowd erupted, bro. It was.
Casanova was with you then, right? McKenzie?
No.
That was the whole Florida receiving corps was there though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Van Jefferson and all those guys.
To the league.
Yeah, they had some guys who come.
And you guys had all 4 defensive linemen go to the league.
Yeah.
And I think your whole secondary went to the league.
Not a whole secondary. There's a couple guys. Like corner, a safety, linebacker, Igbenogany. You had Daniel Thomas. He's starting right now for the Jaguars. Derek Marlin. KJ plays with linebacker. He plays with Tampa Bay. I think that's about it.
You know how insane that is that you could list off 8 teammates from the same defense?
Oh, bro, because those it was crazy, bro. The chemistry we had, bro, it was crazy. We always did things together. That's why we were so good. We always did things together. Bowling. Oh yeah, we bowled every Monday.
What's your best bowling score?
Probably 198. Yeah, 198. Yeah, but I ain't gonna it took me a minute. So we go so much. I ain't gonna first because I'm from Cordell. We ain't got nothing Cordell, nothing. So my first time ever bowling was when I went to college, when I went to Auburn, and cause we was in camp, and I was like, you know what? I had no option because everybody went. I'm like, bro, I ain't never bowled before. I ain't know how to hold a ball or nothing. I was like, wow. But so we just made it a thing over the years, bro. And we just, I don't know, like, that's why we were so good on the defense. I ain't gonna say as a team, we were solid like 2017, 2018, 2019. But as a defense, though, that's why we were all good, always good. Always, I'm saying, that's why we were always good. I was always with each other, always doing like going over to play cards, just always hanging out with each other. So you know the man besides gonna do his job, but especially like with the guys I was with, like I didn't realize like what like how like that moment with all them superstars on that team, like you didn't like in the moment you was just like it's just like it's guys, it's just then as years go, you're like, dang, like. By the time I get to my senior year, I'm like, dang, wow, I wish I still had them, boy, because, like, the game was so much easier because, like, I helped them out, they'll help me. That's how Coach Rodney Gardner, that's how he used to recruit, like, always bring guys in to help, like, the older guys. So that's how it always was. Like, we used to, Marlon got a sack against Andrew Thomas. We played Georgia at home one time, and Andrew Thomas ain't gave up a sack, forever. So, I'm the reason why he got the sack. Like I think I had like it was Isaiah Wilson, like the tackle that went for. Man, he wasn't the first rounder though. In my book, in my eyes,
he's no longer
exactly. In my eyes, I could have told you that, but like I had beat him and ended up like somehow I ended up running to Andrew, and Andrew when I hit Andrew. He fell and Marlon made the sack. I was like, man, come on, bro. Like, that was because of me. Like,
give me a hack.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why people like my stats are never like really like mine. Like, oh my God. Like, but like, bro, I affect games. I always affect the quarterback. I always make game-changing plays. Like, I can name a few. Like, for sure.
Well, the league's getting a lot smarter about that in terms of sacks are fickle. Sacks go up and down. Sometimes you finish, sometimes you don't. But pressure,
making guys throw interceptions. I made 3 quarterbacks throw 3 picks this year. That would have been like 11 sacks. Yeah, but it's how it works sometimes.
Well, even just like because people overlook run defense from edges, but when you look at how the league is these days, like when you go to the league, it's all too high safeties, which means you guys are even in the box. Somebody's got to win, and so if you got an edge that's 230 pounds and he's got a crazy get off, that's cool, but he's gonna get absolutely fucking washed.
Exactly, but because when I got to college, when I first got to college, bro, guess how much? Just guess how much you think I weighed? It's coming in. Coming out of school.
Georgia 225.
Bro, I was 215. Bro, they put 30 pounds on me within like the first 2 months, 3 months. Bro, just protein, bro. They would force feed me, telling me, bro, I had to wake up in the morning. I'm talking about I had to be at the little wellness center. They be sitting there waiting on me. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. I'm like,
here's all your stuff.
Here's your food, and you see what you gonna eat. You gotta eat this before you leave. Like, yeah, and then you still got to work out, and then you got this shake that has over 2,000 calories in it. So it's just like, for real, bro. They put it on me fast. Like when I went back home, my mom said, "Whoa." She was like, "What are they feeding you over there?" Like my first time going back home, cause I didn't go back home probably like 2 months until I got situated over there, maybe 2 months. And bro, when I got back home, my mom was like, "What are you eating? Like, what are they really doing to you over there?" And like, yeah, so
it wasn't bad weight.
No, it wasn't. It was surprising. I was like, "Wow, how the hell they did that?" Like when they took my before and after picture, I still ain't seen my after though. I want to see my before. That's what I'm saying. It's somewhere. So I ain't haven't seen my before.
But you needed it though.
Yeah, for sure.
When you were a freshman, what were you when you left?
When I left, I was like when I left in 2020, I was like 252. And where I'm at now, like 252, 255.
What year Montravius graduated?
Montravius graduated right that year before I got there. Cause he's my cousin. Yeah, that's my cousin. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah, that's my cousin. Bro, I might call Mon right now, boy. I call Mon right now.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy that I was absolutely sure was going to tear the league up, and
he's still playing.
Well, no, he didn't in the first stop, but he moved, and since he moved, now you hear his name again.
Yeah. But he's with Steelers right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Steelers. Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like sometimes like you go to the team first that doesn't use you right,
exactly.
And then you go to the Steelers, and the D-line coach is like
Melvin Ingram.
Yes.
Melvin Ingram went to the Pittsburgh and then went to. I was like, you're a completely different player.
Biggest upside add in the middle of the season, maybe.
The Steelers D-line coach is amazing. He's a disciple of Pete Jenkins, who's incredible.
Pete, yeah.
And so like just the way he works with those dudes there.
No, I was so happy that
I hope Montravius stays there forever.
watching his tape. He's at Auburn. You knew, like it's all there. Every tool you need is there. And then he goes to the league, and you're like, it's all landing spot.
Sometimes it's just the system. Like that's because, like I say, Melvin Ingram. I'm gonna just keep saying that because I was like, how? Like he's over there killing it over there, Kansas City. Yeah.
They let him and Chris Jones work together. That's the thing. Is like, and Chris Jones is really, really smart, and so he knows like, hey, Melvin goes inside, I'm gonna cover him. I'm gonna work outside. So like they play off each other super well.
And he didn't want to be at Pittsburgh. I was talking to Neil about that, and he was like, he was never going to do anything. He didn't want to be here.
No, he was the setup guy for TJ.
Yeah, but he just didn't want to be there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought he was. Just somebody to back TJ up or help him out on the other side. But
take pressure on the other side. Yeah. He just didn't want to be. He didn't want to play for the team. He didn't want to be in the system, and he wanted to be in KC. So that's the difference. You get there, you're like, they're going to win. So I mean,
I want to ask you what team you want to go to. What kind of system do you like?
Man, I want to be a 3-4. Yeah, I want to be outside back because I watched my homeboy Leonard Floyd. He went to Georgia. That's my homeboy. Cause he used to host me when I went to UGA. Leonard Floyd, Lorenzo Carter.
Yep.
Yeah, Lorenzo plays at Giants. Yeah. So those are my two guys. So I mean, I look at the system they in. I want to be in 3-4. I can play just like these guys. Like Leonard Floyd. Oh my goodness.
Leonard's great.
Yeah, bro. But my thing is though. I mean, he is good, but like he's not even really that good. I'm gonna tell you who he is. His D tackle. So he can just when you got a great D tackle. Oh my, you got 1-on-1s all day. Then you got then two.
Then you get Von Miller.
Exactly. So you got Von Miller on the other side. So it just complements.
And Greg Gaines.
Exactly.
Like, so nobody says Greg's name, but Greg's a UW guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like you got plays where like Von might push the tackle back into him and he scramble out. He just fall into the other guy's hand. Like it just be like little stuff like that. Like when you got a good D line, everybody's gonna eat.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna happen.
And he's happy.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I would be. I don't see why.
He's super. I mean, he's super quiet.
Been to that stadium?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, it's right near his
dude,
house.
it's a palace. Because I live down in SoCal. He's up in Seattle. It's a palace, dude.
So he looks better than Raiders?
So we went to a game in Allegiant.
We've been to Allegiant. It's nice.
Loud. Dude, you're going to love playing there. Yeah. It's incredible.
Allegiant's an amazing football house. It is one of the best I've ever been in.
So it's better than Jerry World. Jerry World is like a little. It's old now, right?
Yeah.
Jerry's World is old now.
What's the loudest stadium you've been in?
Florida.
Florida was the loudest.
By far. Guys, when P. Ryan broke that tackle, and boy, we running down that field, the whole crowd erupted. I'm looking around like, oh my God. Like I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like really, like if I can find that video, I'll show it to you. You can hear it in the audio.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's
that was
amazing.
by far the loudest.
All the guys you played with, all the guys you know, all the guys you train with, all the guys you're related to.
I had no idea my trade was.
Yeah, that's my cousin. He's from Dooley County. Like that's like maybe 10 minutes from me, from my hometown. Yeah.
What? So let me ask you one final question. What made you choose Trumbull?
I mean, they didn't invite me at the Senior Bowl. So it was either I had the NFLPA, I had this one, and I had the Hula Bowl. So I could have played all three, but I was just like, I don't know. Like they were telling me this probably to be the best one I had. I don't know why the Senior Bowl didn't, but hey, I was gonna play in the NFLPA and this one, but I was like, nah, because that was a lot. Because I'm like, bro, I played a lot this year, bro. Like I played a lot
of games. 12
bro, 12, and bro, I played like 90% of the game, 95% of all games. So when I was like making the decision, do I want to play in these games? I'm like, bro, I'm playing one and call it a day, bro, because hey, I got enough film. I've been playing all year, bro, and it took a toll on my body. I'm on my 5th year, so that took a toll on my body. And then UCF didn't have the same recovery stuff like Auburn did, like because it's it's a smaller school. So that was the only thing. I was like, well, so.
Once you get in the league, we'll treat you right.
Oh, for sure. And I think that's what I'm just ready for. Because I've been doing this for a minute now. I just got to show people, what I can do and how I can do it and things like that. So.
I remember when you were a freshman.
Trust me, everybody tell me that, bro. All them scouts, hey, bro, I've been scouting you for a minute now. I'm like,
well, that's the thing. Is when you do this, you do what we do, and you look at it, and you're scouting on Travis or anybody, any big SEC kid, right? And you're like, who's that? And then you look it up on the roster, you're like, freshman. Not even redshirt, freshman. Okay. You make a little note, like, I'll get to that in a couple of years. It'll come back up. And there's always one. We were watching prime tape, getting ready for this, and we were watching teams like, who's a guard? Keeps running over people. Who's the guard? Look him up. Oh, next year.
That happened with us with Thibodeau. That happened with us with Thibodeau. When Thibodeau's a true freshman.
Yeah.
Oh, first time I ever went to his house, because we met at the 2020 Senior Bowl to start the podcast, and right after that, I said, I'm going to fly down to your house, we're going to start a podcast, and we're just sitting around, we're kicking it, eating pizza, whatever, watching film. And I said, all right, give me one guy who you think I probably don't know, and I'll give you one. And I forget who you gave me. And I was just sitting there waiting, and I was like, all right. And I pull up the Oregon film. Thibodeau was a freshman. And I was like, watch this rush. He's like, who am I watching? I said, just watch the rush. I figured. Bam! He's like, holy shit. I was like, that's a true freshman.
It was me?
It was Thibodeau.
Oh, it was Thibodeau.
When he was 18.
Oh, yeah.
So a couple of years ago, and I was like, that kid's 18 years old. He was like, forget it.
Yeah.
Not happening. And, you just mark it off. Like, when he comes out, he's going to be top 10. Like, stay healthy, he's going to be top 10. I don't care where he plays. That guy doing that as an 18-year-old guy, like, forget it.
Yeah, because like, for me, like, it took me a while. Like, now when I'm out here, like, pass rush and doing the things I do, I'm confident. Like, I'm not even nervous. It's not even that. It's just like my training. I trust my training. Like,
I've been there and done that.
Yeah, that too. But I just trust my training though. Like, that too.
Yeah, like, I've been in. Oh, a guy does that. No, I got this now. Like, I didn't used to have that, and that's 5 years, like you said. Like, that's a lot of reps.
That's a lot of reps. And last year, I don't think anybody could have did what I did last year. I'm gonna be honest. Anybody else on the team, it was crazy. It was crazy.
You had a hell of a year, man. I'm excited to see you in the league.
I'm excited.